The WNBA continues to brag about physical play. All the while, they have players in this league that is going to get people hurt. Last night, Skylar Diggins came very close to being really hurt. There's a difference between physical play and being downright dirty as hell. And let's be honest, there is precedent for DiJonai Carrington.
In the 2025 WNBA season, DiJonai Carrington has managed to lead the league in one particularly troubling category, not in points, assists, or rebounds, but in flagrant fouls. In just over a month, Carrington has racked up 3 flagrant fouls, a number that many players don't even reach over the course of an entire season. Her record has sparked concern across the league, with fans and analysts alike questioning whether she's just aggressive or dangerously out of control. To understand the scale of her actions, consider this. Most WNBA players pride themselves on tough physical play, but they rarely cross the line into dirty territory.
DiJonai, DiJonai, you're always in a dirty play. DiJonai, DiJonai, once again, here we are today. Oh, DiJonai, DiJonai.
Carrington, however, has done just that, and repeatedly. Already this season, she's delivered hits that left Skylar Diggins and Jessica Shepard shaken, with fans flooding social media to call her plays reckless, dirty, and unacceptable.
And I'm starting to have that feeling when it comes to DiJonai Carrington and dirty basketball, DiJonai Carrington and flagrant fouls. How come every time I'm watching a flagrant foul, you're committing the foul? How come every time I'm watching a dirty play, you in the play? DiJonai.
This isn't even new behavior for Carrington. In the 2024 WNBA playoffs, she made headlines when she poked Caitlin Clark in the eye during a pivotal moment in a game between the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun. That single incident shifted the momentum of the game and left Clark visibly affected. The hit caused a black eye that became symbolic of Carrington's controversial playing style. It was a defining moment, one that many fans felt cost the Fever a legitimate shot at advancing in the playoffs. Since then, Carrington's reputation has only worsened. Fast forward to May 21st. The Dallas Wings were playing the Minnesota Lynx in what seemed like a standard regular season matchup, but things took a sharp turn when Carrington made a decision that baffled everyone watching. Jessica Shepard was on a fast break, poised to score an uncontested layup, when Carrington came flying in from behind, claiming to be going for the ball. She instead struck Shepard squarely in the face. The hit was so forceful that Shepard lost her balance and began to fall awkwardly toward the court. In a tragic twist, it was Carrington's own teammate Paige Buchers who tried to cushion Shepard's fall and ended up getting injured herself in the process. One play, 2 players hurt, and a storm of criticism erupted online.
Ball's being pushed down court. Yeah, I mean, this will be a better angle of it. I think we'll be able to see how hard the foul is right here. That's a hard foul, and she does get her in the face when she's coming down.
Viewers were quick to call it what it was, a reckless and unnecessary foul from a player whose aggression seemed to have no bounds. The officials gave her a flagrant 1, but many argued it should have been a flagrant 2. Video replays made it clear that Carrington had no realistic chance of making a clean defensive play. The decision to go in so forcefully, from behind, was not just careless, it was dangerous. Sports commentator Jason Whitlock didn't mince words. He tweeted, "DiJonai Carrington is going to seriously injure a player in the WNBA," and honestly, that sentiment didn't seem like an exaggeration. In just one reckless move, Carrington had managed to hurt both an opponent and a teammate.
Basically reached around Shepard's body, but the fact that she went for the basketball and for the block really
The basketball play.
Yeah, it is. And she ends up getting Shepard in the face, the nose. I don't know which takes precedent. Oh, see, it's the hit the ball and then it's the pull back. They're showing it on the Jumbotron at a different angle that sort of looked like, watch after Carrington goes for the block, watch her pull back right here. And that's the part that I don't know if you separate that.
The incident reignited the conversation about her approach to the game. Was this just a series of unfortunate events, or was there a pattern of behavior that could no longer be ignored? The truth was becoming harder to deny. Carrington's actions weren't one-off mistakes. They were symptoms of a deeper issue with how she plays the game. Social media exploded with criticism. Fans labeled the Shepherd incident as one of the most absurd and dangerous fouls of the season. Many pointed out the obvious. When your defense is so reckless that your own teammates are getting hurt, something needs to change. Unfortunately, Carrington didn't take that game as a wake-up call. Just 2 weeks later, on June 4th, she was at it again, this time during a tense matchup between the Dallas Wings and the Seattle Storm. The Wings were trailing late in the fourth quarter, and emotions were high. Skylar Diggins broke free on a fast break, looking to close the gap with a simple layup, but Carrington had other plans.
Was it a flagrant 1? Yes. Could it have been called a flagrant 2? Yes. Was it more dangerous to Paige Beckers than anyone else? Because Paige Beckers was the one who was the person with the break Jessica Shepard's fall. Could she have blown out her teammate's knee? Yeah. Like, that is what, like, realistically, that is what the conversation should be about. Because she wanted the Kiki Iriafen viral meme. Because as soon as she did it, look at what she does as soon as she did it. As soon as she did, she walks towards Jessica Shepard and just tries to do the Kiki Iriafen face.
Charging in from behind, she delivered a hard hit directly to Diggins' head as she went up for the shot. The contact sent Diggins sprawling to the floor, and once again, the referees had no choice but to call a flagrant 1 foul. The replay showed that Carrington had no opportunity to play the ball cleanly, yet she still chose to target Diggins' head in a moment that many called reckless and unnecessary. Fan reactions were immediate and unforgiving. One viewer wrote,
like, I'm sorry, you don't get to plow through somebody's back, almost injure a teammate, and then say, yeah, and then, like, claim that you've done nothing. You've done nothing. Like, and people were like, stand on business. She's like trying to laugh at it. I'm like, no, you're just Pat Bev. You're not Draymond, you're Pat Bev. Like, realistically, you're Pat Bev. That's it. And like, look, and I mean this when I say this, it was a dangerous play only for Paige.
That's a trash play from a dirty player who doesn't belong on the court. Another pointed out the disturbing trend, noting, this is the second time she's been flagged for this exact type of play this season. Horrifically dirty player. The term thug play started popping up in comment sections, highlighting just how far Carrington's image had fallen. And just when it seemed the game couldn't get any more controversial, Carrington struck again, this time literally. Earlier in that same game, Gabby Williams had gone up for a jump shot, only for Carrington to slide her foot under Williams as she landed. In basketball, this is a cardinal sin. Undercutting a shooter during a jump shot can cause serious injuries to the ankle, knee, or even worse. Williams rolled her ankle and had to be evaluated.
Let's watch it, and this will give us a couple of different angles.
Records of games. There's the tip. Diggins, who's still fast, gets down the floor, buries it, draws the foul, but is shaken up.
The reaction from the broadcast booth was immediate and sharp. One commentator simply said, "This is reckless," as they watched the replay. Online comparisons started swirling, linking Carrington to notorious NBA players known for crossing the line, like Draymond Green or Dylan Brooks. But this wasn't the NBA, and the stakes were different.
There was a little wind up there, and there was some follow through. This will probably get upgraded. Now, Carrington was trying to make a play on the ball, but by rule, the wind up and follow through are trigger signals for the officials that this will likely get upgraded.
Absolutely dirty, reckless abandon.
The WNBA has prided itself on skill, intensity, and mutual respect among its players. Carrington's behavior felt like a betrayal of that standard. By this point, fans and analysts alike were wondering the same thing. How many more times was Carrington going to be allowed to play like this before the league stepped in? The pattern wasn't going away. In fact, it was getting worse.
And there's Skylar on the floor. At first glance, this might not look too bad, but when we get some different angles of it, you just see how this is clearly, definitely, 100% not a basketball play. Let's take a look.
Up and follow through are
we got DiJonai
signals for the officials that this will likely get upgraded.
DiJonai, did you forget what sport you're playing? You know this is basketball, right?
The hit on Caitlin Clark during the 2024 playoffs, the injury to Jessica Shepard and Paige Buchers in one chaotic play, and now 2 dangerous fouls in one game against the Storm. It wasn't just about one moment anymore. It was a disturbing trajectory. And then came the moment that truly crossed every boundary. On May 30th, after a game between the Dallas Wings and the Chicago Sky, Carrington added yet another controversy to her resume. Only this time, it wasn't a player she clashed with. It was a referee.
You don't come charging in from behind like that and throw up both hands and slam both hands back down like that if you're not intentionally trying to, in my opinion, do something. Yeah, is she trying to disrupt the play? Sure. Is she being dirty to do it? Yeah. In my opinion, yes. So it was upgraded right here to a flagrant 1. And, of course, DiJonai cannot not show her ass on the sideline in some ridiculous virtue signal.
The foul's been upgraded to a flagrant 1.
It got updated to a flagrant. She's over here meditating, knowing damn good and well everybody's looking at her. She's wanting that attention.
2 free throws.
There it is right there. I mean, good God. I mean, there's at some point you just gotta believe that certain players' antics are somewhat just premeditated.
The Chicago Sky had just secured their first win of the season. As is typical after games, players often approach referees for brief civil conversations to clarify calls or voice concerns. But when Carrington approached crew chief Roy Golbian, something went wrong. So wrong, in fact, that Golbian signaled for security to step in. A referee, someone used to heated interactions on the court, felt the need to be physically protected from Carrington. Fan shot footage captured the moment, showing a security guard physically positioning himself between Carrington and the officiating crew.
WNBA player who tried to rip Caitlin Clark's eye out. Zach Dean over at Outkick, hilarious. It tried to rip Caitlin Clark's eye out, has security called on her by ref. That's right. The referee had to call security on DiJonai Carrington. I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, hell, who wants to catch a stray eye gouge, a scoopage of the eyeball out, watching your eyeball roll across the floor because somebody's mad at one of your calls?
This wasn't a shouting match or a dramatic outburst. It was a conversation that escalated so quickly and unpredictably that security had to get involved. That's not normal, that's not professional, and that's certainly not acceptable behavior from a WNBA player. To make matters worse, Carrington took to social media afterward to complain about the situation. She accused the official of a microaggression and wrote, "Security? When I'm literally having a civil conversation? That's insane." The post was tone-deaf at best and dismissive at worst. Instead of reflecting on why her behavior had prompted such an extreme response, she doubled down and tried to paint herself as the victim.
Check this out right here. Yeah, you see this guy right here? Right in this gentle area? You see this guy? The ref asked this dude to step out here. All right? Now, Cheryl Swoops wants this referee fired. She wants him fired. Look, he felt something. He felt something was amiss. Of course, Cheryl Swoops is defending DiJonai Carrington.
Fans weren't buying it. The overwhelming response was clear. If referees feel the need to call for security around you, you are the problem. That single moment, captured in a shaky video clip, became the perfect metaphor for Carrington's 2025 season. It wasn't just about dirty fouls or dangerous defense anymore. It was about a player whose behavior on and off the court was creating chaos for everyone around her. Now the league faces a critical decision. Carrington has shown a consistent pattern of endangering opponents, injuring teammates, confronting referees, and showing zero accountability for her actions. 3 flagrant fouls in 1 month isn't a coincidence. It's a warning sign. This isn't about competitiveness or toughness. It's about player safety. The WNBA has a responsibility to protect its athletes, its officials, and the integrity of the game itself.
DiJonai Carrington, we are not even 10 games into the season. There are more times than not of DiJonai playing dirty, get a flagrant foul. Oh my goodness, DiJonai, what's wrong with you, man? Is this what your coaches condone? Is this what your coaches, like Christy 2.0, whatever we want to call this coach? I mean, are we condoning this?
Players like Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hull, and Gabby Williams represent the future of women's basketball. They bring talent, heart, and respect to every game. They deserve to play in a league that prioritizes safety and sportsmanship. And the fans, those who pack arenas and tune in from home, deserve to watch games that are intense, not dangerous.
As everyone else has seen this angle, I'm calling her in and I'm saying to her, I need answers.
When you went and kind of swatted at Caitlin, did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
So what's the next step for DiJonai Carrington? Many believe a suspension is the only option left. The evidence is overwhelming, and the risk is too high to ignore. Let us know in the comments. Do you think Carrington should be suspended? Is this a player who's simply too dangerous to remain on the court? Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a deep dive like this. Until then, play hard, but play clean.